Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. This is Blazer the Morkie, and we are bringing you your reading for the next 10 days. Today, we're going to take a look at your energies, the energies connected to you, and how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Cancerian collective. Keep in mind, these are general readings. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, or north node reading placements for additional context and texture. And then also be sure to check out the description below where you can find links to personal readings. Be sure you're following me on Instagram. I have listed holiday specials there for those of you coming in during that time. And I also run flash sales there. Catch me here on YouTube every other Sunday night from 7 to 8 Central doing live readings. We're having a lot of fun with that. Okay, Cancer, let's go ahead and get started for you. Whew, my hands are chilly. Need to be warmed up here. Cancer is going to bring in a little love and warmth here with the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Cancer, something big is getting ready to change for you. And it must be so important that I forgot to pull your overall energy. So, Cancer, let's pull a card for your overall energy here. Somehow I left that out. You wanted to get right into your biz. Aw, I love this card for your overall energy. You got Animal Allies. It's a beautiful card. You could be thinking of your pet, like little Blazer here, or you could be just thinking of a type of animal that you like. We're going to hold space for the Animal Allies. We'll see if it comes out again here in the reading. So, as I mentioned, Cancer, Queen of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Something that you've been nurturing for quite some time, that you've put your heart and your soul into, is getting ready to come through. Something's changing in regard to that. So I'm really looking forward to clarify. The person connected to you gets the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Wow, a lot of new energy coming in for the person that you're thinking of, the person that's connected to you. They strike me as someone who has a lot of passion, a lot of intelligence. Wow, things release coming up there for them. They might have just recently released some things or released some stresses or problems in their life. And then the Two of Wands. This is looking forward, possibly this person is trying to get clear on their vision moving forward. Okay, so some contemplation going on for them. Like, I've got the passion, but how do I direct my passion? And in the middle, in the shared energies between you and this person, a lot of emotions going on. We have the Three of Cups and the Five of Cups. I feel like for the two of you, there are times where things are going really well, everything's working out, you're able to, and I think it comes down to communication, the conversation's flowing, you're feeling really good about what's being built, you're feeling good about your energy, their energy, and the energy of the connection. And then at other times, there's a bit of sadness here, possibly on the masculine side, and it seems like a depression of sorts is affecting the connection. So at the time of my filming, we are kind of close to the holidays. This is a time where a lot of people, while there's warmth and celebration, there can also be grieving and triggers and things like that. So there might be a little bit of that going on. I'll just mention too, because it's sticking out to me now, tiger and zebra and lamb and moth are showing up in this card for Animal Allies. So tiger, zebra, the lamb, and the moth. Very interesting, different set of characters there. Particularly the zebra and the tiger with their stripes. The stripes are sticking out to me. Maybe some of you feel like you've earned kind of energetic stripes, so to speak. You know how the military has their bars and their stripes and their patches and their badges and all that? I think for you spiritually, maybe this is acknowledgement of you've like earned your stripes. Let's see here, because you've got this new thing coming in. So for your Queen of Cups, it is clarified by the Nine of Wands and the Star. Cancer, your more cautious side definitely came out in you pouring your heart into whatever it is you've got going here. It's like a dream you had, a wish you had, a goal you had set. But there's also this sense of like, man, could be a fear of like being trolled, being beat up, being judged. This looks like energy to me, honestly, that you overcame because you went ahead and planted the seeds anyway. You went ahead and you grew yourself through this anyway. But there is an acknowledgement here that maybe your more cautious side was involved, especially in the beginning. If you still feel at times more cautious or reserved about one aspect of what you're doing here, whether it's this relationship or a business or a change you're making, that may be something for you to look at. A little bit more cautious, a little bit maybe more defensive, or this could just also indicate for some of you, you have a very protective energy over what you have built here. The relationship, the business, the home, the lifestyle, whatever it might be. That could be the element because Cancerians, extremely protective of the things and people they love. Okay, for the 7 of Pentacles, you get the Page of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Nice. I love this energy. The Page of Cups comes in, and in some cases we could look at that, well, like, why was I at the Queen and now I'm at the Page? It could just be that you were new at doing some of the things you've done, or you've taken a new approach to relationships. I actually like this card and this feeling a lot. I think there is no shame in going back to being more observant, being observant of one's actions, of one's words. I think you really looked at, what do I care to grow within myself, and how does this factor into the stability of my relationships, my home, my workplace? You know, you really took an inventory here with this Page of Cups, and I like it. The Page of Cups has a more innocent, learning kind of energy, and maybe this was you getting comfortable being new or doing something new that you hadn't done before. So there's that little element of, I'm going to take a risk. I may not know everything, but I'm going to go ahead and keep moving with this, right? So if you have encountered, or you are in the midst of encountering any kind of doubt with what you're doing, or you're feeling like, what's the point? You know, what am I doing? Try to get a little more curious about that feeling and look at what you've accomplished so far, okay? Being grateful for that, having that gratitude practice. Woo! This is really powerful energy. So a lot of what I have said so far have been some very well-known Cancerian traits here, okay? And talking about the caution and the protectiveness and the heart-centered, following their heart, following the emotions, and really aiming for something great here. For the Wheel of Fortune, you get the High Priestess and the Judgment card. I almost feel like for many of you, this kind of energy would be extending into the past year or so. So if you look back over the last year and a half, there are some themes here with what you are actually changing into. And I think you've had to get really real with yourself about your communications, your behaviors, your insecurities. The Judgment card comes up, and it, despite all those things, right? The insecurities and the lack of confidence and the doubts, you hear a calling. You're hearing a calling, and you are vulnerably opening yourself to that calling. And so in order to step into that, it is a very vulnerable position, but it's also very freeing. And that's what you've moved into the energies of. Now, because we have the High Priestess here, you've done so, and this last year to year and a half, you have gained so much wisdom. You have likely had to be very patient with yourself and with others with the process that you're going through. But you've really been working to, I want to say, set the stage for the next level here. So you've got next level energies popping up like wild all over the place here. This is going to be called next level because that's where you're taking it. So, you know, I haven't seen another animal pop up yet. A fish. There's a fish in the cups. energy here. We do have a fish. But when we're going through big things like this, those little animal allies can be wonderful anchors for us, right? Wonderful little archetypes. And they sometimes, like if we look at the tiger, I want you to think about the tiger's strength and the wildness and the lifestyle of the tiger and the life cycle. Look into that a little bit, for example. These are ways, as we look into the animal archetypes, these are ways that we can recognize different behaviors in ourselves, or maybe recognize something that we didn't know was there. Like Cancer, you could be a lot stronger than you're giving yourself credit for. It's not always fun to be stronger because strength and wisdom, and then you start to see things in your life that maybe don't fit anymore or need to fall away, but this is also a very natural process for you and one that is directly connected to your dreams and desires. Let's look at this person's energy. They had the Ace of Wands, and clarifying that, they get the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. So you had a 7 of Pentacles. They do as well with their passionate new beginning. The thing is that they don't yet see the path forward for themselves. They have the initiative, they have the passion, they have the fire and desire, but how to lay out the path, they're not able to see that right now for some reason. Okay, now this could be just a natural divine timing kind of thing for this person. This could be that there's something that they need to heal or release, and then the growth forward will begin to be nurtured. It may be different for different people, but definitely there's possibly an acknowledgement here of some sort of painful ending to the previous cycle, and maybe there's a little bit of that has seeped into this new beginning, and that's why they can't quite, they may even, for some of them, they may even see the path forward, but they're not ready to make the steps yet. There's a little bit of a hold here for them, and it could just be natural. It could be part of it. For the Ace of Swords, they get the 3 of Swords and the Hermit. This person needs a little time. Now they're showing me with the Hermit, you could be dealing with Virgo energies here. And like I said, a very smart person, very intellectual, but they're carrying around some pain. And this would be why the path forward for them isn't super clear yet. I do think they're looking at it, and I do think they're probably moving, but it's looking kind of slow. Definitely compared to what the phase you're at, and it's not to compare out of like you need to compete with each other. It's just, I can see why this 5 of Cups energy might show up between the two of you if one of you is kind of at one stage and the other one's at another. You've been at these stages that they're showing me before, and you probably will again. We cycle through these different experiences in life so we can grow and evolve. But they've got some pain here, and I think that's what's holding them back. Because when we plant the seeds for a new beginning, any of the obstacles and the pain, if you imagine like a seed that is planted, the roots have to grow down into the ground. They have to work their way around the rocks, right, into the nutrient-rich soil. And that's why you see like the power of like tree roots, and they go around things and grow around things. And I think that this person that you're dealing with is going through something like that. They're bumping into obstacles, and the obstacles are their own pain, unhealed pain. They need some time. They need to spend some time in the healing process here. And that is really what's going to help them. From the 2 of Wands here, they get another Ace of Wands and a Wheel of Fortune here. Overall, I do think eventually this person's passionate energy is going to push through these painful blocks that they have. I do think they're going to push through. I think they're going to take the torch and move into that change. Like I said, it might be a little slower than where you're at right now. So for whatever they're planning, it might take them a little longer to get there. But I do see that when they do get there, it's going to be this amazing, passionate, fiery new beginning. For some of you, you could be dealing with a fire sign here who's just doing a little healing. So let's look at this 3 of Cups energy in the connection here. You bring in the Six of Wands, they bring in the Three of Pentacles. Beautiful energy all together. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Six of Wands. You feel very good about working with this person and working with them in the energies of the relationship. I feel like 9 times out of 10, you feel like things are on the right track and things are working out and the two of you are working together and the two of you are communicating well and you're really feeling your way through things. And there's the dynamic of you as individuals, there's the dynamic of the relationship. And like I said, most of the time, it feels pretty good and you feel a feeling of success. So the two of you have definitely done the work. Even if this person is at a different stage, they've been doing the work too, and they're showing me a contribution here and a showing up, right? They're showing up for it even though it's hard for them. Whew, the Five of Cups here. This is where the challenge lies in the relationship. You bring in the energy of the Five of Pentacles and they bring in the Justice card. Ooh, okay. The Five of Pentacles, Cancer, this is an energy of betrayal, abandonment, being kind of left out, being cast away, turned out. You may feel a bit this way when this other person is in those more depressed and down energies. For some of you, it could actually be triggering or pressing on an old wound that you have. That might be worth taking a look at. It could play into that remember I saw the little bit of defensiveness and caution, right? It may amplify those energies for you a little bit. Them bringing in the Justice card shows me that they have the intention of clearing this out, okay? Maybe they know, maybe the relationship energies do need a clarity, and maybe the clarity needs to come from them. Maybe the adjustment needs to come from their side, or this could just be them saying, I know that once I figure this part out, it's all going to balance out okay. These are Libra energies coming in. So the best thing you can do right now, Cancer, because you're observing this, you're very intuitive, you're observing all this about this person, is not take offense when they're in these kind of downswings. Okay, don't take it personal, don't take offense to it. It's not meant to be that way. I think they do see, because I see you as the person holding the full cups being like, everything's going to be just fine. It's all going to work out. But because they're carrying that pain body around, they need the time to clear that out. And they're the only ones that can do it. You can't do it for them. What you can do is work on where maybe your buttons are getting pressed, because maybe they need to pull into the energy that they're dealing with. And maybe that makes you feel left out or abandoned or like they're not on the same page as you at times. Where might that be coming from? And maybe looking back into childhood a little bit to see if there's something there when maybe dad didn't show up for you. Maybe there was a masculine betrayal in a previous relationship. Maybe it's your own masculine energies that are in question. So keep that in mind. Cancer, let's get you a card to close off your reading today from the Earth Warriors Oracle. I don't think I've used this one before in this kind of a reading, and I love it. You got the number 19, Shikana, time to cross the threshold. So Cancer, you're showing me this very powerful trio of the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and the Judgment card. That means you are opening up. This is next level energy, and this confirmation from Shikana, time to cross the threshold, is everything to do with that. We have a beautiful green tropical bird here that is standing out to me, representing that you are listening to the call of your heart. We have these beautiful earring adornments on Shikana here, very huge, and they're circular, so they're opening into something. You may be feeling the call of the universe. Some of you may be having clairaudient kind of capabilities come in for you. You may be hearing the sound of your own inner wisdom so much more strongly. And then we have a lot of directional energy going up toward the heart here, and it's all for you to keep that focus, to keep the focus on your heart, listen to the call of the universe, and fear not. fear not going into these next level energies. There's a lot of empowerment in this character here. There's a lot of wisdom, and you get to embody this. Cancer, what a cool reading. Thank you so much for showing up for it. It was my pleasure to do it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.